Since the dawn of time, 1981, Formula One has used qualifying data to 3 decimal places. Now this begs the ultimate question: when did the first appearance of 069 first occur in Formula One? Actually, not too early on. Swiss Grand Prix 1982, courtesy of Michele Alboreto, a 1 minute 4.069. However, this begs another question: when did the time 420 first enter the realm of Formula One? At the Canadian Grand Prix of 1984, courtesy of Derek Warwick, a 1 minute 26.420. However, this begs an even bigger question: what is the most common 3 decimal place time ending in qualifying throughout the Formula One history since 1981? Now you're probably wondering, that is a lot of times to go through, all of the qualifying sessions throughout all of the drivers since 1981, and you would be right, that is a massive number. 28,853 times to be precise. And what exactly did this look like? Well, a bit something like this. Creating a nice Excel spreadsheet, colouring in all of the times that end up getting duplicated. Here is 1981 as it is absolutely flying by. Now I am sure the next question in your mind is, my god, this would have taken you a very, very long time. And my answer to that is, my god, yes, it absolutely did. It took me 10 hours, 25 minutes and 51 seconds worth of time-lapse data, and it is currently 3 months since I started this project. So without further ado, here is what I have to show you. Now, I will admit, it is not the world's best time-lapse on the planet, and that number does keep stopping, and that is me having to keep changing my Google Chrome tabs about what I'm looking at, so it will occasionally stop and then it will occasionally start and drive forwards. But as it was an ever-changing topic in my life going over the past 3 months, the graph does end up changing, as does the layout. It changes every few thousand. After about 15,000 or about 10,000 sort of range, it will stick to one graph format. Now, I have also left the right-hand side free, and that is so we can talk about some statistics. Now, the first ever repeated time end was 298, and that occurred at the United States West Grand Prix, round number 1 of 1981, with the first time appearing from Hector Rebaque, a 1 minute 23.298 in Q1, and then in Q2, Patrick Tambay set a time of 121.298. Now, however, if I just slide all of those away, we achieved the second ever repeat, a 356, at the same Grand Prix in the same year, courtesy of Keke Rosberg, who was the time set directly after Hector Rebaque in Q1, and then in Q2, Derek Daly set a 1 minute 22.356. So there were 39 years worth of Formula One data analysed, giving me 28,853 individual times. This means that for every year there could have only been a maximum of 739 unique combinations given. This would mean for the combinations to be truly random, the majority of them would need to lie after 28 repeats. Which it does. 557 fall after 28, with 443 falling before 28. As we just shift over to the final graph layout there, just coming up to 9,000 times entered so far, with one combination left to find: 932. And there we go, just before 9,000 times entered, 932 has been selected and every single combination has been found. As we approach the halfway point of 14,000 data point entries, it is the time 946 that is taking a lead, being chosen 28 times so far in just 14,000 times. Now I want to have a look to see if it is truly random. Is this selection process really random? Now we're going to pull up a graph, the graph that is in the top right, admittedly, of the selection. If I just fill in all of the data so far, for what we have, 2, 5, 0, 3, 7, 6, 1, 4, 9, and then 8 being the least selected starting digits. Now when I say selected, I mean just occurring the least. So there is a difference of 254 between the least and most popular digits of 8 and 2, whilst between 9 and 5 there is just a difference of 139, which to me implies it isn't super random, but it is as random as it can be with the overall distribution at the very end of the video. And as we get to the least selected value, value number 539, it has appeared just 11 times out of the 28,853, which is just 0.04%, compared to the top chosen value repeating 46 times, which is only 0.16%. However, it first appeared in Monaco 1988 from Thierry Boutsen, followed by 1989 with a double repeat in 1990, and then a second repeat in San Marino in 1991. Then a repeat in 1994 from Damon Hill, followed by 2 consecutive years after that, 1995 and 1996. However, it then took a 11-year hiatus and returned in 2007 for the Monaco Grand Prix from Ralf Schumacher. 5 years after that, it appeared in Britain from Pastor Maldonado, and the year after that in Brazil 2013. And it has not occurred since. 539 hasn't been seen since 2013 in Formula 1 qualifying. However, 539, the story does not end there. It has been chosen 11 times, or appeared 11 times so far. As we have just 3,000 combinations left to choose, we are almost at the very end. But if we go to the time that was 1,000th slower than 539, 538, or 1,000th faster, I've made a mistake on that one. It was appeared 37 times, which appears in the top 7% of values chosen, and the time 1,000th slower, 540, was chosen 44 times, and it ended up being the third best choice so far, or the third most common choice chosen in the top 0.01% of values chosen. And we have just 100 or 1,000 combinations left to choose, as unfortunately a siren flies past my house and I have a voice crack in the last 800 choices here. The time lapse is slowly coming to an end. It is almost there, as 488 and 657 take a lead at just 44 occurrences, and we are getting to the end as 657 takes a lead 45 times and 46 times. And there we go, we have hit the end. 28,853 individual qualifying times entered into an Excel database. The most common selected digit was 657, occurring 46 times. And it was the starting digit of 2 which was chosen the most as well, appearing just over 3,000 times on its own, compared to 8 which was only chosen 2,750. With the majority of combinations repeating 25 times, there were 76 which did so. There were 2 which repeated 72 times, that was 29 and 30. But if you also notice, 539 was chosen just 11 times, with the next least common chosen value was chosen 14 times. And there we go, that is the end of the most common ending qualifying time in F1's history. That has been the past 3 months of my life in this video. It's been crazy how long that has taken me, from the idea that first sprang in my head, thinking, yeah, this is going to be straightforward, I can bash this out in not a great deal of time, and it ended up being 10.5 hours worth of footage that I ended up recording. Not the best, I will admit. There are a few things I could have changed in hindsight, as in the size of particular values and things like that. Sticking to one graph format as well would have helped, but that's all things in hindsight. I'm glad I did it, and there we go, that is the end. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video with whatever and whenever I decide to make it. I'll see you guys then.